Take the next right onto Viaduct Road. Continue on Viaduct Road for 3/4 of a mile. In 600 feet, your destination will be on the right.
Oh, be quiet. Hi, guys. I'm just trying to wake up. Oh. So, we are at Kinzua Bridge State Park here in Pennsylvania. It was a 2.5-hour drive down here. It's raining, if you can't tell. It's a light rain. It's okay. I've gone out exploring when it was downpouring, so it'll be a nice little walk today. I always try to say, even though the sun isn't out, it can still be shining. So that's the motto we're going here for today. This is actually my 4th time down here. This is probably one of my most go-to spots to walk around, poke around. And I recommend this place to anybody, literally anybody. You know, bring yourself, your girlfriend, your wife, bring the family. It's perfect for everybody. I'm going to give you a brief crash course on what this place is. Kinzua Bridge was a train trestle built in the late 1800s. And then it closed to like business, like train business production in the 70s, or was the 80s, I can't remember which. Then in the 90s they made the track accessible for tours, so you can hop on a train and go back and forth, you know, tour wise. And then in 2003, while they were in the middle of repairing some of the rust and decay on the old trestle, an F1 tornado blew through this valley and knocked down half of the train bridge. And then a few years later, they decided to not make it a whole waste. We'll turn it into a park. And then they made a whole sky top, you know, out overlook, whatnot, on what is now the old bridge. Well, what remaining is standing. And you can walk through the valley. You can see where the remains are. You can walk onto the other side. There's this nice big visitor center that's almost kind of like a museum. Perfect for kids, you know, adults of all ages to learn, play around, whatnot. There's a playground. There's picnic areas. This place is just, it's perfect for a day outing. So, I'm just kind of sitting here waking up for the moment, but we will get on the move very soon. At one point, this was called the 8th wonder of the world. but that's okay. Looks like a small group. It's even 4 times being here, the sight of this bridge is absolutely astounding. Once the tallest and longest bridge at the time. That's why it was called the 8th wonder of the world, because at the time of its construction there was nothing like it. 120 years in use. Wow. I tell you what, if you're afraid of heights, great place to come to conquer your fears. Looks like they cut down a bunch of trees. It's growing in quite nicely. Very windy up here, but that's okay. Once we get down into the valley, it shouldn't be that bad. And what we're going to do, we'll hike all the way down through here, all the way across. And today I actually want to make it a point to see how far back I can go into the woods along the old railway. I mean, it's all ripped up. They ripped it up as soon as this fell and turned it into a whole park. The other side, there is a piece still standing, but there isn't a skywalk on it. I would assume just because of the damage and whatnot, it was just cheaper to just do this side. Plus, this side is a lot more closer to like the main road and whatnot. Once we get to the other side, it's just woods. So, it makes sense not to build something over that way. But I'm gonna make my way back across and then take some more cool shots. Now you're probably wondering, Brent, why did you decide to come out on a day like today? Why couldn't you just wait for a nicer day? Well, my problem is I can be stubborn. When I set my mind to things, I usually stick to it. It's my birthday, it's my 30th birthday, and I wasn't going to sit inside all day and play Fortnite. I like to be out. And a little rain don't hurt nobody. Remember that question I asked yesterday? about the middle set of tracks being on the bridge. Well, we have that answer. Why are there two sets of tracks on the skywalk? The inner set was for safety. High winds whistling through the valley made crossing the viaduct perilous. In case a train jumped the outer track, the inside track would catch the wheels and divert disaster. Even in ideal conditions, the train crossed the viaduct at only 5 miles per hour, which is fair. Now, there wasn't any guardrails like you see here. There wasn't platforms like that. They threw this in, after they stopped doing business runs across this bridge. We got deer, black bear, turkeys, butterflies. We got red-spotted newt, beaver, all these kinds of flowers, red berry elder, ski-tailed emerald. Huh. This is my 4th time. I haven't really spotted any deer I've spotted. I haven't spotted any bear yet. It was inspected in 2002 and deemed the viaduct was unsafe and was closed to all traffic, and by that, tours. And then construction went underway, and then on July 21st, 2003, just after 3:15 p.m., an F1 tornado hit Kinzua Bridge State Park. No match for the powerful winds, the viaduct's 120-year-old anchor bolts snapped. In 2 minutes, 11 steel towers lay in a twisted tangle on the valley floor. Today, the DCNR manages this area to allow smaller plants and grasses to thrive, while preventing larger shrubs and trees from obscuring the view of the debris field. Now, before we continue further, if you ever decide to come out exploring whatever, whether it's here or somewhere else, and it's like this kind of weather, always make sure you're wearing proper shoes, because even though it's a light drizzle, there's really nothing to super worry about. Everything's wet, which means it's slippery, so don't come wearing flat-footed sneakers. Gotta wipe this camera. I'll take a good time to wipe it off under here, the bridge butt. Magnificent. That's better. This is a beautiful, beautiful trail, but, and you'll see me later, but this is gonna this is gonna be a pain in the you-know-what to get back up. I don't know if you can really tell, but I just slipped somewhere right there. Even though I'm wearing good shoes, doesn't mean I'm not susceptible, or there's a word for it, I'm blanking. I'm not excluded from slipping myself. So you got to be very, very careful that's just an F1 tornado that tore down a huge chunk of that trestle. And in the winter, if you look really closely, you can see where there's a lot of fallen down trees. They're all falling in the same direction. That's where the tornado was. This is just off the track. I've walked by this several times. I cannot tell if this was here originally or came from the wind shaking the trees off, or it came from the bridge itself. Going down it, it's not bad when it's dry, but when it's wet, coming back up, but boy. Time to get muddy. Can you imagine the loud boom this must have made? And the tear when the tornado slammed right into it? To think, you know, you can see old trees where they've been broken off, you know, completely flatten the woods where it landed. I'm not going up there. I'm adventurous, I'm not stupid. Onward and upward. Don't give up, never give up. We won't stop giving all we got. Whew. We're getting there. And once we get to the top, we'll sit underneath that. We'll sit underneath the other part of the trestle out of the rain. Take a break, dry up a little bit. Clean off this camera too. And there's the old walkways they were using while fixing up the bridge. Now just left in with the wreck. Whew. 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 We're getting there. Man, so when this all fell, it didn't take this with it. It did take the rail with it and all the ties. Whew. It's it'll do. Whew. Have a drink, sit here for a little bit, catch our breath, and then we'll continue on. Alright, let's get this show on the road. And I just checked the weather forecast. Now it's saying there won't be a break in the rain, and we might even see some sun by like 3 o'clock. We might even be done by 3 o'clock. I assume people hop this fence pretty regularly during nicer weather, excuse me. But yeah, I mean, there would be no way to get really supplies over here. I have no idea how far these old railway beds lead. They have to come out somewhere near because they pulled them all out. Because one track goes this way and one track goes this way, because you can see a dent right here in the tree line. But that's where I'm going to take a nice little stroll down through the woods. Whew. See how far I can go. See if I spot anything else. This has to be like an old junction switching post. At least I would assume so. Really skinny to get in here. But yeah, track went down this way. Another one went off to the side. And then I did go down it a little bit one time. But it's a whole triangle through here. And I'll show you. Now, what's this? Oh. Oh. My feet don't count. Anyways, if you're asking, well, why did they take out the train tracks right through here? I mean, it's clearly obvious. I mean, there's no point in having them. The bridge fell down. That was their main source of income, was those tours. It was just... And they weren't going to fix it for a good chunk of money. So it was cheaper to rip out the rails. Now this is what I mean by triangle. Because this is where we just came. That's where it keeps going. And it goes this way and it meets to that other one I was talking to you about, the one that veered off to the right. So just a nice little, you know, train can go that way, this way, that way. You know what I mean. And there's an old road. That's probably how they get in and out. Or at least when they're ripping stuff out of here. I mean, this part's overgrown as well. So, I don't know, if you really wanted to make that other side a tiny skywalk, you know, I bet you could probably get through here a bit. Very skinny vehicles, like gators. My feet are getting soaking wet just from the grass and vegetation alone. But I'm surprised they never decided to take out the stone. They just left it all here. You know, figured they'd take it back and use it for something else. But hey, what do I know? Alright. I'm gonna get up on top of this. Get a good look-see. This is probably where that gator trail comes out. Oh, smart. Putting this here. Yeah. Oh.
That's where that trail goes off to. Alright. Welcome. State game land. Hunt safely. Closed to all motorized vehicles. Yeah. Game land. Now, what's this over here? Old metal sticking out of the ground. Haven't been up this far, so I have no idea. There's a metal pipe. More metal pipe. Twisted pipe. I'm wondering if a building used to sit right here would explain the old road through here, or maybe I would assume old road. I mean, you have to get up here to build somehow, right? That or tracks used to sit here too. It's got the same width and length of it. Well, it's probably a good idea we didn't continue following the old bed. It's pretty much a creek down there. My feet are already wet. And plus, looks like they've been chopping trees down. And plus all those trees, would have prevented me from obviously going through it. So we'll walk along, see what we can find along this stretch. Can only assume they were probably logging up here. But I don't understand why they would cut these trees down and just leave them there. It's not like they took all the good stuff. And it looks like the road follows the bed out. So this probably leads to a highway somewhere, and I assume this is a parking area for hunters to bring their trucks up, whatever, to go hunting. Yep. Probably leads all the way back to a road. So, not gonna continue walking down that way. Make my way back. Maybe go down that other fork for a little bit. And then make our trek down and trek back up. There's old pipe. And what looks to be a old latch of sorts. Again, I don't know if there used to be a building here too, along, or just a bunch of debris thrown all over the place by the tornado. Oh. It was just right alongside me. Alright. There's where we came out. Or no. Alright. There's where we came in. Went that way. Here's the fork. We're gonna walk this way for a little bit. And then when I get back to the main building, put all my stuff in my car, I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom and we're gonna have to check ourselves for ticks. Again, they just kind of left the stone here, the bed. Let's see how far this takes us. And here's where that split comes off, because we just came from this way. Just one big triangle. Huh, looks like it gets clearer up there. Wow. Practically untouched by almost anything. Huh. Again, pipe right there, pipe over there, pipe there. Man, makes you wonder what was throughout this valley back in the day. More pipe. Looks like it goes under the railways, under the bed. So, had to be some sort of power line or water line or something going through these woods. I want to say this looks like it's split. It's just a big area. So that's where it comes. But it doesn't exactly align with this little part here. And this corner, way too tight for a train to squeeze around. I don't see any more rocks. I wonder if this was at one point just a siding. You know what I mean? Kind of makes sense. A siding and like a turnaround in a way for trains. So if you think about it, if the train's coming across the bridge, comes into the siding, backs up onto the main rail, and goes back out. It'd have to make sense because, yeah, this is way too of a sharp turn for a locomotive. Yeah, I can't really tell unless this part of the railway was taken out long before the tornado even hit this place. So that's why all this had a head start on the growth around here. So, I don't really see any evidence of railroad ties. That's just a rotting log. Yeah, I can't. I don't know. I would have to have somebody super into the history around here to tell me that. Yeah, this had to just be a siding or something. And if something sat right here, something to load the cars, I don't know. But now we're on our way back to the fork. Oop. And then we'll probably we'll make our way back down and then back up. We should be, it's a little after 1 now. By the time we get back to the main building, it'll be 2. It takes a minute to climb back up. Whew. Long way down, even longer way back up. But it's fairly drier under here because all that is blocking the rain, so we'll probably take a little break right here. It's better than when we're sitting up there. So we'll take a little break right here and then we will continue on downward. Alright. Time to make our way back across. Probably take me close to an hour, 45 minutes at best. I'll let you guys know how I'm feeling once I get across. Well, there's that mangled pipe we've been seeing all over the place. Huh. I did fall down again. Don't worry, nothing bad. 2:14. So 1:33. 03 is half an hour. 41 minutes. I was close. Said 45 to an hour. I think that's a record for me. Whew. Alright, I'm gonna go put my back in the car and then I'll show you guys a little bit. We're not gonna document the whole thing. I want that to be a surprise for you guys to discover. What a wet day. Whew. I just swapped out my shoes for my dry ones. Should have brought dry socks too, but that's okay. My hat's soaked, jacket's hanging up. And now I'm gonna sit here for a little bit. Must be that water I washed my hands off in. I don't know. I'm gonna edit all the episodes I filmed so far and throw it up on YouTube. Today's the last day of filming. Not for the series. I took this whole week off for my birthday. Today's my birthday, by the way. I'm dirty 30. I don't feel or look it, but 30. But, ooh, excuse me. Thank you guys as always for tagging along with me. I hope I intrigued your interest about this place. This is like one of my top 5 favorite places to go, and I totally recommend it. There's so much history here. I tried my best not to show you everything, but it's kind of hard not to when everything looks so good for the camera. But yeah, I really do hope you guys find your way out here and throw yourself into the history. Not just, with the whole tornado and, how it all came down, but like
when it was built, how it was built. My battery died, so until next time, adventurers.
Well, let me tell you a little something about me. When it's Saturday night, I need to blow off some steam. 1, 2, 3, 4.